Good morning, TCK. It's your host, Ray187, here as usual. Today I want to give a shout out to the entire family that showed up. We have a pretty nice turnout for today's occasion. As you guys may or may not know, it's a pretty big meeting for this one. Shout out to TCK Big Bird. How you doing today, Big Bird?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good.
Good man, good man. I see you over there hanging out backstage. Give it up to my co-host today. It's gonna be TCK Dirty Dan. How you doing today, Dan?
Going on, everybody? Good.
Okay, followed by Arrow Rock here representing all of the Knights and Cubs. How you doing today, Arrow Rock?
Good.
Excellent, excellent. We also have We Deviously here representing all of the Infantry House here assisting Big Bird. How you doing there, We?
Not too bad.
Excellent, excellent. Also here, and I do want to say he's been doing an amazing job on behalf of the Guardian House. We will give a shout out to the Bronze Crown Commander, Mr. Sensei Star. How you doing there, Sensei 117?
Good, thanks, brother.
Good man, good man. And we also have here representing the Watcher House, Jimmy Kudo. Jimmy, how are you doing today?
Doing alright. Just had a
Good man.
shredded chicken quesadilla.
Shredded chicken quesadilla. And boy, you be eating stuff, man. I swear. I'm eating a donut this morning, so I can't complain none. All right, and next on the list, we also have the man has no name. So what the fuck do they call you? I guess they call you God 9. Anyway, how you doing, man, with no name?
Yanis. Yanis.
Mr.
Fine,
Yanis.
thank you.
All right. And always
Gameaholic
here in
speaking,
the
I'm hearing your
live,
thoughts.
always here with a fight. Give it up for my man Battle Live representing the Guardian House. Battle Live TV, how are you doing today? Okay, and the newest man, it's news to us to always see you, man, and I love having you around, bro. So it's a pleasure seeing you today. And to our newest member of the Guardian House, we have Chris the Truth. Still got some work to put in, but Chris, how you doing today, man? How's everything been for you? Amen, brother. Well, it's a blessing to have you here with us. And last but not least, it's kind of like my girl Sade says, save the best for last. I probably fucked that all up. But anyway, give it up for Clusterflux. Give it up for my girl Clusterflux, y'all. She's an oldie but a goodie. This girl right here has been through so much. She may not say nothing at this point in time, but she's one of the only few standing members of Stealth House. Miss Clusterflux, how you doing this morning? All right, all right. It's good to hear your pretty little voice, girl. Good to hear you. Okay, here. Oops. Cameraman, pay attention. What are you doing? Okay, so with that being said, you guys, I want to thank everyone for showing up today. Who that over there? Who that? Who that? Who that trying to get over there? What? Okay, I don't know who you looking at, but right now I'm gonna need you to look at that and shut the fuck up at the same time. Please concentrate on the latter more than the other. Thank you. Mute your headset or something, but don't interrupt me again though. Okay. So with that being said, I do apologize everyone at home for the interruption. Chris the Truth up here looking at some ass or something. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. He's probably jacking up. I don't know. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get back on topic, you guys. I do apologize for all the interruptions once again. Today is going to be probably one of the most monumental meetings that we're going to have this year. It's it's probably the most iconic meeting of the entire family. And with that being said, we're going to try to hurry up and get through the traditional tables as fast as possible so we can move on to the more daunting decisions of today. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and start off on the Knights and Cubs. I want to give a shout out to Rue. I do know that over the last week or so, he has had a chance to work with two recruits, and he's definitely learning right now. He's definitely helping us bring people in, so definitely giving you a shout out here. Um, with that being said, is there any other news for the Cubs that I should know about? Knights that I should know about? Anything at all?
Nope.
Okay. Well, with that being said, best of luck to the Cubs and Knights. We would definitely be rooting for you guys. Okay. So Cubs and Knights going once, Cubs and Knights going twice, third and final time. And uh-oh, we have one live at home. Mr. Unbound Rain, how you doing today? We want to give a very special shout out to you at home for tuning in and taking a few seconds to type a message. So it's a pleasure to have you. Okay, so with that being said, let's move on up to today's green shell table. As you guys know, as a family, we're doing something right. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's working. It's a good formula. Let's not rock the boat. Just keep it as is. And we'll definitely keep isolating exactly what we've been doing this year to yield such successful results towards the end of the year. Um, Shout out to all commanders who chipped in any way, shape, or form. Even members. I mean, we know that a few of our new recruits are direct referrals from our members. So we want to thank you guys, every single individual in TCK who has contributed to planting this seed, this mighty oak tree seed that is one day going to yield some of the strongest wood around. So, shout out to all of TCK. Thank you for what you have done in this endeavor. Outside of that, there's not really much to really say on Green Shield, except for Chris the Truth needs to pass his tryout.
Oh, buddy.
You
Okay.
will.
Oh yeah. Comment on that, Gameaholic.
Yeah. I don't even want to comment. Part two.
No, comment, Gameaholic.
Oh, God.
Nice.
Ray.
Yes, sir.
I just had a comment for that. If you're a commander, keep an eye on the Green Shield tracker on WeChat. We're very near to the end of the month. There is a few below the little message I put, but the people above have to the end of this month, unless they have a reason to why they have not been able to be on. There's like 3 people that are in danger of being dropped at the end of this month if they do not get back to us.
Gameaholic, that was a wonderfully timed and well added topic. Thank you for doing that. Well, as you said, we're doing our part behind the scenes to make sure we don't lose you, but if you're not doing your part and you're not trying to reach out to us, then unfortunately we're going to be parting ways at the end of this month, or AKA within the next 7 days. So, I feel sorry for you.
It's just important to note that's not for every Green Shield. That's just for the people. It's for like 3 people out of 7. There's like 4 that haven't passed who are just fine. Crystal Truth is an example. He's fine. He's got a long time before he'd even been coming close to that. But there are 3 people that have been here way too long and have not even had a single trial yet.
Exactly. So,
I have to check.
hey, motherfucker, don't make me come over there. I would straight up go get some tacos and come over there and have them with you. All right.
Tacos?
Wait a
But
minute, I wanna add
okay,
one thing
guys.
too.
Yes, sir. Dan, how you doing there, pal?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. So, like Gameaholic just said, with the
Dan, are you really good? You
3
don't look
people.
so good over there.
Oh,
There
my
you go.
bad, my bad, my bad. So with the 3 people that we just talked about, just to let you guys know, like these are guys that have not taken one
Head,
single tryout.
head,
Um, they they
head.
Ray, shut up. They been through level 2 or whatnot, and they haven't done their level 3. So if you're trying to pass your trial and you can't pass it and it's taking a while, you will not be dropped. If you put an effort to pass it and you're getting on and stuff like that, then you're fine. These are for the people that just have not been on or have been on, and we've been reaching out to them and they have not been trying to get back with us. So as
Mm-hmm.
long as you're taking your trial, you're trying, you're fine. That's all.
Has anyone ever told you you look good in blue?
I'm stealth, bro. I'll always look good in blue. Stealth is cool.
Okay, I wonder who he was referring it to.
It's like, unfortunately, that's the one colour Dad looks horrible in, but it's his favourite colour.
That's actually not my favorite color, but it's definitely where I belong, though.
Oh, it's in this heart. And you see that, you guys? The point I'm trying to make right now is good fashion starts off in your heart. Anyway, let's get off. Let's get back on topic. Let's get back on topic, you guys. Very special shout out to the presidential staff that's here today. We appreciate the tidbits and comments. I mean, everything you guys have definitely said is valid information for the members at home to definitely take in and kind of be prepared for. I mean, I don't know if you're friends with these guys, but if you are, well, you know what time it is. Please make sure they find out as well. Okay, so with that being said, is there anything else on Green Show? Green Show going once, going twice, third and final time. Green Show, Green Show, Green Show. With nothing else on Green Show, we're moving on up. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the member table for today. Custom game night's the shit from what I'm hearing. I mean, I
Hell
really
yeah.
want to just go ahead and give you guys a round of applause right quick. I mean, go ahead, please, guys. Give yourself an applause right quick. I mean, this is impressive, TCK. I'm very proud of us. I am more than proud of us as a family, guys. And um, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start allocating a little bit more resources to making sure that Friday at 6 o'clock, the family is well informed that this is what we do. 6 o'clock Mountain Time, this is where we're at. You know, so 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Time, this is where we're at. And I'm going to make sure that everyone start knowing about this. Outside of that, I know you guys, I know this is going to seem kind of repetitive, but give yourselves another hand, man. You guys have been doing excellent on classes and meetings. Go ahead. I mean, seriously,
Hell
guys.
yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
what could I say?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a family, we're doing better. I mean, as a family, not just as commanders trying to bark out orders or nothing like that, but as a whole, as a team, as a community, we're actually putting our resources to a much better use. And I am just impressed with what we're seeing right now. If you don't know about the classes, ask some of the other members who have been going to them. They'll tell you they're not bad. They're not super long or nothing like that. And they're very informative. You can learn a lot of good information from them. And even more so, it's a great chance for you to have just a bonding moment with either brothers in your own house or in the house across the wing. But trust me, man, if you go to these classes, each class is different. Each household is different style classes. But overall, they hold one thing in common. They're fucking awesome. So please show up to them. I mean, I guarantee you guys, you really won't regret it. And also, if you're a green shooter and you're watching this communication, just remember, if you take one class, that's like taking 10 days off of a 60-day sentence. If you're looking to become a commander's future members, understand that in the future days to come, it's going to continue as it is now, where you pretty much got to demonstrate that you're able to participate in the job description that you're looking for. So don't think we're going to ask you to hold a class if we never see you going to class. Don't think we're ever going to ask you to hold a house meeting if you never go to house meetings and go to classes. And so on and so forth, all the way up the chain. So thank you guys for everything that you guys have been doing. You guys are laying the foundation, the pavement, the expectations of 2017. It's all starting with you guys today. So thank every single one of you guys. Thank all of us. Hell, thank you, TCK. We love you. Okay, so I'm getting kind of teary-eyed. Does anyone else here have anything they want to say on the member table? Anyone?
Yeah, Bird does.
Big Bird, how you doing back there? Is
Pretty good.
everything plugged in?
We got a member that's actually not here. We got Randy in the game.
Oh, Randy. Let me see here.
Kill
I'm
him,
actually
guys.
sitting right next to him. Oh,
Is he?
okay.
Is he?
Oh, brutal
Lost the
reapers.
lead.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
hello.
Who is it?
Okay, I just want everyone here to
Brutal
know that
Reapers.
TCK does not condone the
Oh,
harm of Randy's. If I don't know how he just died when I looked at him, I'm gonna assume that it was by suicide. So please understand, we did not have nothing to do with that. Yeah.
that's Battle's. That's Battle's friend. Battle, send him a message. Let him know we're in a meeting.
Okay, here. You see that? Good job, Randy. Even you got a spot in the news. So, all right. So let's keep it
Uh,
moving, you guys. Anything on the member table? Member table going once. Member table going twice. With the exception of Randy, who's going to become a member very soon. Member table going third and final time. All right. With nothing else on the member table, let's move on up to the commander table. Um, hell, if you're a commander right now and you kept your crown over the last few weeks, understand we're pretty much done doing evaluations. There's not too many other things that need to be addressed. We definitely feel that the commanders that are in place are going to definitely do a good job next year. So I'm rooting for you guys. Best of luck, sincerely from Black Shield. Outside of that, today there is not going to be any real official updates, with the exception of if Dan has anything that he would like to kind of take a few
Yep, I
minutes as
do.
a form of class for. All right, Dan, the floor is yours, brother.
Okay. So commanders that's here and future commanders is here as well. As you guys know, we were just talking about classes and people hosting classes and training and stuff like that and meetings. For the commanders that don't know, if you do know, I'm gonna say it again. Um, Going forward, I have a list of how classes are gonna work from now on. There are gonna be three specific topics that the commander is going to have to go over in his class, in his or her class, which means they basically have to go over that, but it doesn't limit them to not being able to teach whatever else they want to teach. So it's four classes a month for the commander, that are what's the word I'm looking for? That you basically you have to do four classes.
mandatory.
Mandatory, yes. God, fuck. It's early, guys. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's four mandatory classes that the commander has to host a month. Within those four classes, there are going to be three specific topics. Shoot, three specific topics that you guys, the commander, is going to have to go over. With that being said, the commander can have as many classes as he or she likes. As long as they can do one class a week, they can do all four classes in 1 week. However, you guys want to do it. But as long as the three topics are talked about in those classes, you're good to go. And you can also, we're not limiting you to go over anything else you want to go over, but it's going to be three specific topics. Your last meeting training class of the day, you're gonna do, it's either gonna be a big team, war zone, custom game, however you want to do it, to go over everything that you talked about for that month. The last class of the month, or however you want to do it, it can, like I said, it can be the fourth class, whatever. You'll be going over everything that you went over in your class in the big team, however you want to do a custom game, however. But it's basically to go over what you went over. And I do want to shout out Sensei. I didn't say it in his meeting today, but I do want to shout out. I think I did, but I do want to shout.
We interrupt this program for some Xbox stuff. 1 second, sorry.
Went over. I'm sorry, Sensei. I can't think about it right the moment. The other thing we went over in your custom. That we're going over in these classes into actual gameplay. Yes, some people are better than others. So some people can catch on a lot quicker. But ultimately, it's all about teamwork. It doesn't matter how good you are. What's that old saying? You're as good as your weakest link. So as we continue to play together and we continue to grow, let's start implementing those things into our gameplay. So just commanders, just know by next week. Actually, that's another thing. Next week, next Wednesday, is going to be the commander meeting. For all commanders, we're going to go. There are some updates coming that you guys need to know about. Classes, what's going to be talked about in classes, just certain things to be going over. So just prepare for that. And once again, good job to all the commanders that are doing their job and potential commanders as well. Just remember, it's a voluntary job. If you guys know you can't do the job, you can't get on, you can't play, you don't want to learn or whatever. If you just want to get on and play, commandership is not for you. But if you want to help out the family and grow the family and help train and stuff like that, and you have the patience to do it, and you can get on and whatnot, then just let your higher commander know of the house, and we'll go from there. Ray, you back? You want to keep talking? Ray, you back?
Yes, yes, and I do want to apologize for all the technical difficulties for all the viewers at home. As you guys know, we don't control the universe. I want to take this time to give a very special shout out to the faggots that work at 343 at Microsoft. It's impressive how you can take all of our money, but not seem to provide quality service. Like, that is impressive. We crack. Like, you're worse than a crackhead. You know that? At least a crackhead take your money and don't come
I
back.
fucking
You actually take our
second
money
that,
and
Ray,
stay
because
here,
I
like,
still can't get in.
Jesus Christ.
I second that. I still can't get in. Amen.
So, if you're watching this and you happen to work for one of those two countries, understand that TCK says and agree that you can probably suck every single one of our dicks, okay? Like, you owe us money as far as I'm concerned. Like, fix this shit, for real. But if you are watching at home, we do apologize once again for their negligence. We will continue on with the meeting show. We're currently sitting looking at the full roster. It does show who's all in the party and everything else of that nature, so we do apologize once again, but the show must go on. Gameaholic, if you could at this point in time, you and I are both kind of just sitting here. Brutal Reaper must go, because he's in a Black Shield uniform and he's not a member of TCK. Alright.
Let me see if I can
He's
do
not.
something about
He's
that.
not in here.
Yeah, it's the lobby. He's in the lobby itself. Okay, excellent. If you guys want to, feel free to exit out of the stage environment. There will be no need to continue sitting there right now. We're just going to continue from the screen that we're on right now, in which case, Dan, no need to work on your thumbs today. We're pretty good where we're at talking right here, you guys. Alright, so we do apologize for all the viewers at home, but we will continue on with the meeting now, so thank you guys for your time. Okay, so if you're not in the party, please understand, back out of our party chat as well. If you're not in the lobby, back out of the party chat as well. So that's going to be kind of critical. Okay. Well, no, we
Locking it
like to
down.
keep it kind of open. Alright, if you would, give Dan an invite back and just keep moving. Okay, guys. So I do apologize for the inconvenience, but let's go ahead and tap up from the member table. Member table. Is there
No, we
anything
said
else that you
command-
guys feel is
commander.
important? Or excuse me, the commander table. I am so sorry. You see, fucking Xbox, screw everything up. So is there anything else in the commander table outside of the facts that basically, yeah, it's a little bit more expectations being given down to the commanders as far as their class schedules are concerned and what's going to be expected as far as required information. So thank you guys once again for specifying on that in great detail. But is there anything else on the commander table that you guys feel we should be going over right now?
Yeah, in terms of those classes, Ray Ray is Sensei 117. He's coming on stage now, actually. So in terms of
Sensei, how you doing?
classes, yeah, I'm cool. We're having a discussion about because I'm holding classes at times which are awkward for people on the people across the pond, basically people in the Americas and everything like that. So I'm considering actually streaming the class itself, recording the class itself, putting it on YouTube. Maybe like if we don't want to advertise exactly how we play to non-TCK members, then that's cool. We can actually set it up on YouTube, so only TCK members can get a link to it, and then we can go from there.
Well, I'll be honest with you. What you're talking about right there is kind of the future of TCK. That is exactly what I'm trying to get everyone at. But I must warn you that by you doing that, you're going to be setting a standard that the other commanders are going to be looking at you very funny for setting so high. Understand that in the future to come, and this is for all commanders, presidential staff alike, understand that in the future to come, the goal is for more TCK events to be publicly televised throughout the TCK kingdom. You should be able to look on our page and see any news about anything, classes about anything, and truly get the whole experience of being a member. Now, the catch is going to be that there's going to be added bonuses to people that show up to the class. I mean, example, I know you guys watched an episode of Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune at home. We all watched it before, right? Right?
Yep.
I know you watch Jeopardy, right? Okay. Well, here's a catch though.
Price is
I know
right.
you watch a game show. You got the idea though, the general concept. Here's a catch though. The guy in the game show is getting paid a couple of $1,000s for being there, and you're just blotting out answers at the TV and no one's fucking listening. So the guy that shows up to classes in the future is not only going to get the advantage of getting a personal training bit, but they're also going to get the advantage of being on TV and actually being kind of like a star of TCK, if you will. You know, you show up to enough of those classes that's being televised, people are going to kind of, get used to your personality on stage, and that within itself is valuable. Trust me. So if you wanted to work on something like that, definitely go ahead and start doing some beta projects. That would be encouraged. I will totally second that 100%ly. Presidential staff, how do you guys feel about that?
I'm totally fine with it.
Okay. Gameaholic, what about yourself?
In terms of people who
Sorry, I
can't
just
make the
lagged out there, my
actual,
bad.
people who can't
Oh.
actually make the live date or the live time,
It's okay, it's
then
okay.
it's just a good reference thing, it's a good reference point. And also for new members, when we want to throw it out there and bring them up to speed
Exactly.
in terms
It'd
of
be nice to have.
what guardians require, what stealth require, what so on and so forth. Then their loading weapons, their start out weapons, their priority weapons, their priority duties, and so on. Yeah, just all of that. If we've gone through the classes already, then we can just tell them to go through it, and then we can just when they are actually on, then we can just do a recap and just say this is what you need, this is what you don't need, these are your core roles, and so on. And they'll have a lot
Okay,
better
so
understanding of it.
so
Also, in
Gameaholic,
terms of
how do you feel about this? Hold
the
on 1 second, Sensei, 1 second. So
Mhm.
Gameaholic, before he goes any further, what is your vote? Are you for or against this
So
decision?
I had a bit of a lag problem at the beginning of what he just said. So are you referring to like everything he's just said, like televising it like through like YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff?
Exactly, exactly. Understand that it's going to, as of now, for like the next couple of weeks, we're going to let him just use a beta channel, his own creation, whatever, don't really care. But as time goes on, if we fully agree with this as a program that we're going to continue to work with, it will be closer TCK sanctioned, and in which case all of the videos will eventually disappear on your website. They'll just be right there for you.
You have my vote for that. Just to bear in mind though that although it's new standards, from personal experience, sometimes when it comes to Twitch, like I still have to try and get my Twitch up and running again. The reason I actually stopped
Exactly,
streaming myself was
exactly.
because I started having technical difficulties, which I'm still trying to figure out. So there may have to be exceptions until we figure out all the technical difficulties and whatnot. Also, if for any
Exactly.
reason we televise stuff that is supposed to be like private, so say higher house meetings and whatnot, you need to accept their privacy on, and some things may not be able to be televised.
Well,
I
and
would
that's
suggest
kind of
in
what
that
we're gonna.
I would
That's
suggest
kind
in
of what
that
we're gonna
case.
focus on.
Yeah, do your
That'll
thing.
lie. What's on your mind, brother?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying. I use it damn near every day. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The other thing is like just going ahead and expanding on what about Live is saying. If you're worried about privacy and you're worried about security in terms of TCK and XYZ, yeah, my bad. Then all you need to do really is to just stream it to a private channel, just straight private channel, and only TCK members will
Exactly.
have the password for that channel. And obviously, if you want whatever's being streamed to be public later on, as in go on a main TCK channel where the public has access to it, then all you need to do is just release that video, just
Well, you
that
guys,
video.
and
So
just
Burn,
remember,
look
like
at
right
WeChat.
now, if you've ever watched our show at all, we don't focus on YouTube for shit. YouTube is like secondary technology for what we actually use.
I already
So
have
do not
been.
worry. There will be protections and encryptions in place to make sure that it is only TCK approved. But as of
Ray,
now, Sensei, I don't want to keep. Hold on. Oh yes, sir. Go ahead, Dan. Excuse me. Go ahead, Gameaholic. Final topic.
this is an
Go ahead.
off-topic thing, but I got a WeChat notification in referral to the ballot box, and I'm looking at it now, and you seem to have the old. You
Yeah.
have last year's
Whoever's
thing on there.
whoever's fucking around in the ballot box, I don't know why the fuck you're there. So we didn't update shit. I would suggest that you don't update shit either, and get the fuck out of the ballot box.
No, I was just looking because they sent that. Because it's
Yeah,
open
yeah. You
again.
should put that
So-
message in. Put that message in there for me. Tell the individual that the presidential staff has not notified you to use that. So please exit out of that.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just relaying a message.
Yeah. Thank you for not relaying that one. Thank you. Okay, here. So let's get back on topic. Go ahead as of now and definitely do some type of beta program. Understand though that we still do expect you to have your weekly meeting at your regular time, one time. Now please note, I am well aware that you're in the UK, and I'm also aware that you're doing a good job. So I don't give a fuck if it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon for you and 6 o'clock in the evening for us or whatever. It's you're the commander. You pick the time. So when you pick a time that you know that you'll always be able to dedicate, just one day a week for 15 minutes, then we'll make sure that that's the one that's on the website. That'll be the main one that's televised. That'll be the class that people know that if they want to have any participation in your events, this is where they should show up to. So just
sure.
keep inside of those boxes and guidelines and we'll be just fine, okay?
cool.
Awesome sauce. I'll say, excuse me. Okay, so commander table going once. Commander table going twice. Commander table, commander table, commander table. With nothing else on the commander table, we're gonna move on up to today's general table. And probably the most important table of today. So as you guys know, TCK has been going through a lot. And we're gonna continue to go through a lot more. But before we start getting into the important governmental, this shit's gonna take all day stuff, I want you guys to kind of be aware that this is the holiday season. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys are very blessed and fortunate. Some of you guys have things in your home that you take for granted on a daily basis. Some of you guys don't know what it's like to have a special needs child. And with that being said, that's a job that don't stop, ever. And I do mean ever. I had a niece who was very dear to me, and she passed away at the age of 16. And I can honestly say that my sister Calais went through a lifetime of pain in those 16 years. It was non-stop, there was no days off, there was no breaks. And as you guys go into the holidays over this next couple of weeks to come, and you enjoy your time with your loved ones, your family, and all the good things that you have at home and can share with others, I would like to keep one family on your mind. The Isom family. They have a 2-year-old son who is legally blind. And I don't know if you can really comprehend what that's like. But just imagine if your son was blind. How would you feel?
Mute your mic, brother. It
Imagine
is Eden.
whoever's chewing in the chips, shut the fuck up, please. Mute your headset, thank you. Okay, but just imagine if you had a son who was legally blind, and he's only 2 years old, trying to explain what Mickey Mouse looks like, where your other kids get to look at him. Trying to explain what the sky looks like to a kid who will never really see it. Can you imagine what this family's life's going to be like in 18 years when this child is old enough to be at the age where he's supposed to be going to prom, supposed to be going off to college and playing football and all the other things that a lot of us take for granted. You cannot imagine that because it's not your child. And I know a lot of you guys may not have had direct one-on-one, day-to-day interactions with the person who had true disabilities. And if you cannot really relate to that pain, then please try the best you can to accept the image I've given you. And right now, I want all of TCK to know that we have a very, 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 very generous sponsor. This man might as well be a saint as far as I'm concerned. He might as well just be a saint. But he has given so much to the TCK family. And he's asked for nothing in return. Nothing. Right now in my pocket, I'm holding a total of 15 pizzas. Papa John's. Each one valued at $20 a pop. That's how much this man has invested into this community that he knows very little about. And I'm not really a Christian, but I am a spiritual person. And for those who do serve, who have some type of spirituality in common with me, then you understand that whenever a good man is doing the best they can, not only for their family, but to help out the world, and they're providing for someone else, and in which case you just happen to be that cause. Is it not the godly thing to do? Is it not the righteous thing to do? To give back to that man in his time of need. And right now, this family, and if you're tuning in at home, we want to thank you for being here. So nice to see you guys. And right now, this family, they're not asking for much for this holiday season. Their requests are very humble. It's very simple. They're just simply trying to purchase a visual aid for their son. That's all. But the thing is that visual aid costs a total of about $1,800. And they've only raised a total of $200 from their personal friends and family. So I want all of TCK to know that starting next week, we're going to do a 7-day long event. And it's a basic fundraiser. Now, I'm going to inform you guys that we are going to do the best we can to provide a lot of cool things for anyone that gives to this family over this event. But I just want to remind you that your heart should not be set on what can I get for giving, but it should be more or less set on what can I give to someone less fortunate than myself this holiday, to not only help the father and the mother, but to also help the son experience a good holiday. What can I do to help? Now, you guys, you may hear us say all the time that TCK is a non-profit organization. We're a charitable community. You hear us say it all the time. Well, now is the time for us to put our money where our mouths are, okay? Over the next 7 days, It's going to be a very simple donation game, if you will. It's going to be a lot of freaking giveaways. The only way to participate or to receive anything is with a financial contribution to the Isom family. Now understand that TCK is going to match this up to $300. No matter how much we bring in, we got a total of $300 to give out with this money that we bring in as a family. So, in between this time, we're going to be trying to do at least one giveaway per day up to that following Saturday when we collect all proceeds and match against it. So that's a total of like at least 7 Papa John pizzas. That's a few random dollar giveaways. That's a few random things. We may even throw in a membership or something to TCK. I don't know. But it's going to be some pretty cool stuff that we're going to just try to give to you as you guys give to someone else. So, with that being said, do you guys have any questions about what's going on, about the family that's themselves, of any questions at all about how you can help out? Any questions at all about this? Questions going once? Questions going twice? Questions. With no further questions, you guys, I'm going to encourage you to please govern yourselves accordingly. Let's get ready to move on up to the more daunting topics of today. Okay, so TCK, on the very first level of business, we have 2 options here. Now, option 1, and understand you guys, this is only out of customary traditions that I'm even going over this with you. But as I've already stated to the family, my charitable contribution for this year is I'm going to pay the entire cost of the website for the year for us. Black Shield got you guys covered this year. Okay, so with that being said, don't worry about the fact that I'm paying for it. Act as if it's your money, nevertheless. Now, the bill is due, and we have an option. If I pay it now, we'll be saving a total of 33%. If I pay it on Monday, which would be around the 28th, we'll have a total of 35% savings. But understand that they're reassuring us we should not experience any type of gap in services whatsoever. But, you know, I don't really trust a lot of people. So I guess the question that I'm trying to ask you guys right now is, do you guys want to go ahead and pay for the 2 years now? And that's something else I didn't mention to you. By the way, I'm paying for your service for the next 2 years. Okay, it's a pretty penny I'm giving you guys right now. So with that being said, I can either pay for it right now and reassure that there's no lag in service, or at my personal best interest and also at the best interest of the family, keep in mind that I'm asking you to act like this is your money, not mine. But if we was to wait until the 30th, we may experience a lack of service, but it's highly unlikely. They reassured us we wouldn't. But we will save an additional 2%. And 2% on about $300, that's a pretty nice savings for me. So, what do you guys want to do?
Pay it now.
Okay, so we have everyone's down just to pay it now. Is this correct? Is this the general consensus I'm getting from people to just pay it now? Correct?
Apologies, I just got back here, so.
TCK? Is this your general consensus? Okay. Well, with that being said, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to consolidate all of our bills at this particular point in time. If you guys would like to stand by for verification and validation, I'll be more than happy to assist you with that. Alright. Just 1 second, guys, while I get this paid for.
Would it be alright if I could get an invite back into the fire team if it's necessary, please?
Yes. Can someone please give him an invite? That would be much appreciated. Okay, so I'm covering the next 2 years for you guys. So this is definitely a pretty penny for me. Alright, so just a few seconds, you guys, while we wait for validation and confirmation of our bills being paid.
Did you get back in the game, Ray? Because I'm actually getting pulled in this time.
I'm in the lobby. I'm just doing the meeting from here, just kind of keeping this simple. And
Okay, it's just
trying to
because I've
keep us
been pulled
moving
into the
forward.
game, so...
Hurry up and process. Okay, here. Alright, well, that's taken care of, you guys. So, good. Your guys' bills are officially paid now. Let me just sign in for validation, make sure that everything is taken care of. I don't want you guys to have any surprises on Mondays, you know? That would not be cool at all. Okay, and yes, our bills are paid, so TCK is officially in good standing all the way through 2018. Excellent. Okay. So, family, at this in particular point in time, I want to thank you guys for helping with the bills for the family. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Questions, comments, or concerns going once, going twice, third and final time? With no further questions, comments, or concerns, we're going to move on to the ballot box for this year. So, at this point, a lot of you guys are first time around for this, and you know, it's not that difficult of a process, but it nevertheless is a lengthy process. And this is where we accept input from all general members who take the time to participate in this meeting. So as of now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start going through in particular, points on each part of the ballot and make sure that each one is as the family sees fit, okay?
Alright.
Alright, so before we get started, let's do a roll call. Game of Hollow, can you do a roll call for me just to make sure everyone's here?
Sure. Alright, Big Bird,
Yep.
Dan,
Yo.
Pirate, Devious,
Yeah.
Sensei. It says Sensei's in here, not sure if he's actually here though. No name. Cluster Flux. I mean, I know you're here, Ray. You're not in the game. I'm not sure who else is actually in the lobby. I just called out all the people that are in the game because I got loaded in.
Okay, excellent.
I'm in the
Well,
party.
Well, with that being said, if you're at home right now, please remember that in the free member section of the TCK website, you're going to have a link that says ballot box. This is going to be your access to what's going on and all of the decisions that's about to be made. Now, I do apologize to you, but unfortunately, we're going to go ahead and count today's show as completed. Excuse me. It's been a real pleasure having you guys here today. If you have any questions about what's going on, as I said, you can always reach out to a presidential staff member or just show it to your house meeting. That's a great place to start. So, if you do wish to cast a vote, understand that this is not like the American voting system. One member has the single solitary power to persuade the entire voting system. Okay, you can do that. At the end of you deciding who's going to be in what position, if you refresh your page, you'll notice you have a blank ballot. And I'm not going to sit here and say that America's right or that America's wrong, but I'm pretty sure that if we use a system like this instead of an electoral college, whoever was supposed to be president would have been selected by the people. And even if it's only one person who has a heart of conviction and a determination to see a change or to see a continuation of things, then they can do it themselves. So I don't know who you're voting for. I don't know what you're voting for. I don't know where your opinion lies. But whenever you decide to cast your vote, understand the future lies within your hands. Now, last but not least, I'm going to just remind you guys that the only ones you have to answer is the top two. Anything regarding the presidential seat. Everything else beneath that is more or less of a secondary prizes for next year. So, no one's going to tell you that you're right. No one's going to tell you that you're wrong. You don't have to answer all those. You can only answer your presidents if you want to. It's your choice. Well, alright. Well, with that being said, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll catch you guys next week here on TCK News. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you for your time. Da, da, da.